All right, bookworms and constant readers and movie buffs. Welcome back to the channel. It's Final Girl Horror. I'm Chelsea, and today we have another horror film. One of the movies from 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die book. If you don't know what I'm talking about, as usual, I'll put the link up here so you can go check that out. These films, like I say in all of these videos, they are not ranked. The book starts in the 1900s. It goes to 2020. Year by year, they lay out these are the films that you should see. In the front of the book, there's an alphabetical list. That's what I'm going through, and we are currently in the A's. And today, I was so happy. We have a horror movie. Film number 44 is An American Werewolf in London. This is classic horror. Came out in 1981. It is rated R. It's an hour and 37 minutes long. You can watch this on Prime and Fandango. The director is famous, but he's not famous for horror movies. This was directed by John Landis. John Landis is known for stuff like The Blues Brothers and Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Trading Places. I think the only other the big thing he's known for is the whole debacle on the Twilight Zone movie, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check that out. Okay, so the cast is pretty short. You got basically four people. You have David Naughton, who plays David. He's done lots of TV and movies, but nothing I'm familiar with. Then you have Ginny Guter, I think is how you say her last name. She plays Alex. She was in the Avengers and Captain America Winter Soldier. You have Griffin Dunne, who plays Jack. He was in Dallas Buyers Club. He's also done a lot of TV and movies. And then you have John Wood. I think it's Woodrin is how you say his name. He plays Dr. Hirsch, and he's done a lot of British TV. Alright, so it only won one Academy Award in 1982 for Best Makeup. And the importance of that is the person who did the makeup for this film, for the werewolf and everything, they were hired by Michael Jackson for the Thriller video. Alright, so what is this film about? So there's these two friends, David and Jack, and they're backpacking across England. They're in northern England. They come upon this village. It's getting cold out. They're hungry. So they go into this village. They find this pub. It's called the Slaughtered Lamb. As soon as they walk in, everybody shuts the fuck up. It gets dead quiet. And everybody just looks at them. The longer they stay there, the more uncomfortable they get. They notice on the wall there's a 5-pointed star and there's 2 candles burning. And Jack asks, what is that? And then it's like, all right, you two need to leave. There's no food here. There's nothing for you here. And they pack up their stuff. They're going to leave, and the bartender is like, you can't let them leave. Everybody's like, bye. So as they're leaving, one person in the bar tells them to stick to the road and don't go into the moors. Well, as usual, they don't listen. They take off down the road and they're talking and they're not paying attention. They leave the road. They wind up in the moors. Then they hear a wolf, the howling of a wolf. They get attacked by a wolf. Jack gets killed. And then the townspeople show up and they kill the wolf. The wolf changes into a man. And David passes out. He wakes up 3 weeks later and he's in the hospital. He doesn't remember much about the attack. But the more he wakes up, he starts remembering they were attacked by an animal. And he is convinced that he is now a werewolf. And that is confirmed when his dead friend Jack starts showing up and carrying on conversations with him that you need to kill yourself. You're a werewolf. If you change, you're going to kill a lot of innocent people. And the nurse, Alex, she becomes physically attracted to David. And when David gets released from the hospital, he goes and lives with Alex at her flat in London. And, of course, David, he was bitten by a werewolf. He's now a werewolf, and violence and horror ensues. It's one of those horror films that you have to see. It's like A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, you have to see An American Werewolf in London. It is such a fun horror movie. I enjoy it every time I watch it. I've seen it hundreds of times. It's fantastic. Check it out. So now, are there any horror connections with a horror movie? And surprisingly, there are very little horror connections to a horror movie. John Landis only did one other horror film. In 1992, he did Innocent Blood. David Naughton returned to the werewolf genre in 2006 with Big Bad Wolf. In 93, he did a horror film called Body Bags. And then in 86, he did a horror film called The Sleeping Car. And then the only other horror connection is with Ginny Agutter, who plays the nurse Alex. She was in Child's Play 2 in 1990. In 1987, she did a movie called Dark Tower. In 1979, she did another film called Dominique. And then in 81, she did a film called The Survivor. So far, we have skipped 6 movies, but we will come back to them once I get them. This film, An American Werewolf in London, 5 out of 5. Check it out, especially if you're a horror fan. That's all I got for you in this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And as always, hit the bell symbol so you know when new videos come out. Until next time, watch more movies and read more books.